Hi guys, so the exhaust was a little too loud there, and it sounds really quiet in the video, but it's pretty loud in person. So I think it's running rich. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna open up the fuel screw and see how we're running. So I actually, to get it to run that good, it's definitely still rich, and the timing needs to be adjusted properly. But I blocked off all the vacuum things that are open, so there go all the vacuum leaks. I'm going to actually connect them, but not right now. I got like T's for them, and I'm gonna connect them all, and I'm gonna make it all nice. And I played with the timing a little while it was running to get it stopped backfiring, because it was backfiring pretty bad. I retarded the timing, so I twisted it counterclockwise as far as it goes, because I'm pretty sure these clips are holding it, or I'm not sure how, I don't know how to adjust the string distributor, but I basically retarded it as much as I could. There's only I only have barely any degrees of rotation, so I just went as far right as I could, and she doesn't backfire anymore. Sounds good. It idles a little high, which leads me to believe it is running rich, and the idle screw needs to be adjusted. But I'm gonna check the fuel screw right now. And yeah, guys, this is just an update video. I really have nothing to do on it today. Alright guys, so as you can tell, it's much later, and truth be told, I just forgot to record. I was too busy, hung up, and you'll hear why in a second. But I just want to make note on two things. That ticking noise you guys hear, I'm not sure if I explained it in the video, but I'm almost confident that's just an exhaust tick. Hopefully nothing on the top end, but if you listen to the end of the video, you'll hear why I'm suspecting maybe top end, but it's just an exhaust leak. And after this video, I actually opened up the fuel screw, and it was running way rich. So I adjusted it perfectly, and I adjusted the idle screw, so it's very snappy. It's nice. You saw in that video I revved it. I just did a quick rev all the way open throttle, and it choked, and it sputtered. It doesn't happen anymore. After I got the car running good, I needed to flip it around because I can't shoot exhaust gases right at the garage door because it just keeps going into my house. So I zip tied the throttle cable to the carburetor, and it works perfectly fine. Obviously, it's a temporary solution. I'm obviously not going to keep it. I ordered the correct thing. It's called a throttle ball. That's what I need. So I ordered that. That's coming. But after I got that back, I actually got to drive the car like 20 feet, and I got to drive it slow, and I got to drive it quick. Not quick, but I got to step on it to like maybe 10 miles per hour, 15 miles per hour. And I realized what the shaking is from. Now, when my dad drove it, he described it as a shaking from all around. When I drove it, I clearly felt the steering shaft was hitting the headers. You give it gas, the engine moves, you turn, and the engine moves, and you just keep rubbing on the header, and it rubs, and if you go quick enough, it starts shaking the front end. So now I know what the shaking is from. The plan is to dent in the headers and, make it so it stops touching. There might be another aspect to that vibrating, but that's the main one for now. And finally, arguably the most important part of all of this, this entire time I've been turning on the engine. Obviously, I see a bunch of smoke coming out the crankcase. I know that's it was running rich, so there's fuel in the oil, so it's just burning off. I know that. So after I park it, I look at the oil level. It's double what it's supposed to be, so it's maybe like 2 quarts full of fuel. And I was thinking to myself, this entire time, I've never once looked at the oil pressure gauge. So I turned the car on. No oil pressure. Now, it was down there. I know I shouldn't have revved the engine if I got no oil pressure, but I suspect it was something else. So I revved the engine to see if it's even gonna climb up a tiny bit. It doesn't move a single bit. And that's odd. So I believe it's the oil pressure sending unit or whatever it's called. Apparently they go bad on Fox bodies all the time. I sure hope that's what it is. And I already know I do already have low oil pressure because the oil is watered down by like a quart or two, which is not good for my engine at all. I will be doing an oil change. I'm not going to start it up until then. And this is, I mean, I knew it was bad, but not this bad. So next video, I'm going to do an oil change, and then I'm going to get a mechanical oil pressure gauge from O'Reilly's. I'm going to hook it up to where the sending unit's supposed to be, and we'll see if we have oil pressure. I really hope we do. If we don't, this will turn into an engine rebuild series. And I'm not even sure if I want to do that. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it's a lot of me talking, but if you sit it through, you get to see the full picture, the full story. Take care, y'all, and have a great night.